So I can immediately also respond on what it actually means in the sense of what do I think about it. Kind of a look back at, but well, live and such, because like with arcade cabinet, like I have done a look back again at the last Waffenträger event. I know that. Frontline might also be one. Steel Hunter might also be one. Just reoccurring like events, but with different flavors. So I think with live respondents might be better. Let's see how it goes. It's not very popular anymore. Can see if we even get into a battle, that is. Like one of the first complaints I mainly got was that the lack of brightness made it very hard to actually see what was happening, where you were aiming. But like I have my blinds down, so, and I can also turn off the light. But, well, I think aesthetically it's okay. Still shit setup, don't get me wrong, but like aesthetically speaking, I like it. I like this game mode. I like the idea of nighttime battles. The problem with aiming, like is it some of my settings that, because I have very little trouble. Yeah, maybe the farther you look, the harder it gets, but I don't necessarily have to squint my eyes every single time. Or if I'm aiming at weak spots, you have to do that regardlessly if it is bright or dark, because weak spots these days are small. It's interesting to put all those extra mechanics in there, like reduce view range and such. Like it makes sense, but it does cater to a certain it does cater to a certain like playstyle for I'm going to iterate you if you stay there. Like I received, well, he dead, but like reduce view range and such. Like it's interesting, but it does cater to some things. It elevates some things in performance and characteristics and such. But is that necessarily a bad thing? Like you have a huge difference between open maps and city maps. Like in open maps, light tanks are generally the most important and the strongest tank type you can get. But in city maps, you have now the heavy tanks that are generally the strongest. Like specific view range. What does it mean? Well, it means that camping is a lot less effective. But why do I have food on both my setups? God dang it. Okay. Fair enough. And I have not a secondary setup. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna do that soon. I'm getting distracted the whole time. I'm trying to explain what about the mechanics, but quickly getting distracted. Lights are still important on getting like spots off. You can easily blind fire, not blind fire, but fire without getting spotted. Your camo rating goes to absolute 0 if you fire. Well, big deal if they are outside of, if you are outside of their spotting range. Like with me, the green circle, if they're just outside of their green circle, it doesn't matter if your camo rating is 0, you're not going to get spotted. At least by me. So the whole camo reduction, like everything within the green circle, so it's more brawling in a sense. Can we make Like the crossing, like a lot are still not spotted. Oh yeah, the radio range is also reduced, so signal range is actually matters now. I'm gonna take a shot or not. Okay, or not. But that's interesting. You are actually nerfing things so that, yeah, useless skills and mechanics that are not really usable are now having value again. Yeah, reduced signal range makes like F tier mechanics again useful and important, or at least more important than they were, which they weren't. Like only at low tier you sometimes see this happening, that like actually getting outside of signal range would mean that you are just not seeing enough. Like, is there a strict meta? Like, it's just something different. It gives you just a different situation. Like, I see many people just complaining outright about it. But in the end, does it really matter? Does it? Like, is there any class that is being heavily outclassed? Like, again, it gives advantage to some classes or some things, but it's the same difference between an open or a city map. And much more, I cannot see a difference in like performance. Like brawling is more important, but that already has been the case for a while. Spotting still, view range. Like I think light tanks are once again very difficult to play with. Because sure, you have your camo and your view range yourself, especially in ELC as it's camo, but like firing from bushes is now a bit iffy. Oh yeah, a thing that I actually do fully on dislike is where are the headlights? Why can I not push H or L for lights? Lights on, lights off. Like that would be an interesting mechanic. If you are lights on, you increase your view range once again. In a cone, like in Steel Hunter. Oh, that would be nice. That would actually be very nice to have. But with doing that, you are reducing your camo rating. So it's more likely that you yourself are getting spotted. That would be an interesting mechanic within the night battle scheme. Like I should actually higher up the blinds, like see how it is to play it in a bright room. I'm actually going to do that after this battle, if I'm not forgetting it, at least. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare to watch this footage back and just filter all the moments that I am talking about, like general stuff from the mechanics, battle progression. Do we see more ruffle stomps? That might actually be an important question to answer. Does it increase the chances of ruffle stomps or not? Because for example right now, I can shoot you. Like for example right now, it's pretty even, but we are having a hit point advantage. Range, I guess. Like still, I don't see like glaring issues right now. Like unless the sun is like directly on your screen, but that's annoying regardless. That's even with regular like day mode battles. Like it's a little bit harder. Let's just see how it works. Like now I can see. In sniper view it's different as well. It's interesting. Like why is this a different shade? Like it's darker, yeah, it always is darker if you are going in sniper mode. Behind the rock, like you have your outline. Like it's a bit like searching for enemies behind foliage. Like it's harder to see, but the moment you have like an outline, then you should hold in on that O. target. Like, there he is. They might actually spotted me. Oh no, did not. Probably hasn't coded optics with him. Oh, that's. I'm actually hitting quite some shots. Yeah, I can see now though that it's a little bit more challenging to actually pull things off. But like I said, aim for the look for the outline, then focus on that. I think mainly this game mode is like an eye opener to a lot of people because it really displays how shit this game can be with certain restrictions and limitations. But in reality, the difference between this game mode and the actual game is like near zero. There's almost no difference, but people don't realize it, that this shitty experience is pretty much the same that's already in the game. I don't see a lot of difference. Like the ruffle stomps are still there. Some vehicles get more advantages out of it than others. But in general, there's not that big of a difference. The game is just shit as it is already. That's where it's come from. By the way, map rotation. Hello, do we exist? Like, also, the main problem, I think, is you can get fired at from out of nowhere. Like, you can get spotted, get fired at by multiple enemies, and you don't spot anything. It happens already in the game. Once again, difference isn't big, but it's more prominent because the situation is more likely to happen within this game mode. But yeah, people are playing more passively because if you get spotted, there's somebody hiding somewhere in the bush, so it's basically the same issue. Again, it's just an eye opener. It's not a different situation. Like, I can stand up there and try and fire the UDES, but there are enemies that can be here. They can at the J1 line, but regular battles, they can also stay at F1, like camping tank destroyers. So it doesn't matter if it's day or night. I should not do that move because otherwise I get shot at by either like tanks here or tanks in the back. But what's the difference? Well, maybe there are more tanks this time, but it's still not a smart move to make. It's also not smart to go in there. I do really like getting despotted within 6 seconds. Like, that wasn't given. Can I stay safe here? Can. But the situation would not be very different from day battles. Like, oh, there was a tank destroyer there. Who would have thought? Who would reckon? That one is just not getting spotted for a little bit longer than usual. That's it. That's the main difference. But like the 6 seconds that you're getting despotted are such a relief. I don't care if the enemies have the same advantage. I literally don't care. It's such an improvement of my general like gaming experience to be not spotted for fucking 2.5 minutes, which I highlighted a lot in several of my videos, or highlights even. Oh my god, you desperate son of a bitch. Here, have a lower to chew on. That is not going to change. Like, the absolute urge to just kill me, only me, nobody else. Just kill a legend, kill a legend, kill a legend. Oh, hello. Like, it's something different. It's still shit. But so is the regular game. So, what's the downside? More game variation with the same shit game? I don't care that